All right, today's recipe is tropical chicken skewers with a Piña Colada sauce. We're gonna be talking a little bit about the stars of the show, execution, and variation ideas. And we're gonna be using GLENORA's Perfectly Pineapple Wine, and that's gonna go in marination, and it's also gonna go in the Piña Colada sauce. I marinated this chicken yesterday. You can marinate this 30 minutes before you're gonna cook off the skewers or cook off your chicken first, but I decided to do an overnight marinade, and I'm gonna slow roast this chicken, which is basically like a reverse searing. I recommend with skewers, with chicken, to kind of pre-cook the chicken. Only because once you have everything on a skewer, it's gonna be hard to cook everything. Like the pepper is gonna cook at a different rate, and you have all the ingredients, especially this chicken. Nobody wants to eat raw chicken. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you soak your skewers ahead of time. So while you're prepping up the rest of your food, soak your skewers so that this way they don't catch on fire while you're grilling. All right, so let's talk about some of the stars of the show. Coconut, you can pick up at your local grocery store. Unsweetened or sweetened is really gonna depend on how much confectionery sugar you decide to use in the recipe. The base of the recipe is there. I would throw caution to the wind if you're gonna have coconut, shredded coconut that is sweetened, to make sure you cautiously use a confectionery sugar. You can buy fresh pineapple, as long as you're cooking it that same day or don't have to put any juice so it doesn't brown, etc. Peppers, we cut up ahead and we kind of just like flashed them in the oven so that this way everything is going to cook everything will be done on the skewer at the same time, and that's what we're aiming for. We don't want things to overcook or start to fall off the skewer. Onions, here's variation number one. Onions is not in the recipe, but a lot of people do love onions on their skewers. I love onions on my skewers. That's something that you like, add it. And this is what it's all about. Recipe building, you take the base, add the things that you love the most, because somebody might not like peppers and maybe only wants onions, or somebody wants less pineapple. And those are the things of how you take a recipe and you build it to what your family needs are, or wants, or likes, or dislikes. So part one of the Piña Colada sauce is done. We're about to put this in the cooler and cool it down. And then we'll add the sour cream and the yogurt. We're gonna blend it all together so it has more of a smoother sauce. And then we can add it on the chicken and the Piña Colada sauce will be all set. Okay, so the sauce is all cooled now. You can just choose to incorporate the sour cream and the yogurt right in here. You don't have to RoboCoupe it or blend it. I'm now gonna add in the sour cream. We'll add in the yogurt. And then you could just blend this in. You don't have to RoboCoupe this. I just want a smoother texture so that we can apply the sauce a little bit more easier. And then that would be your finished sauce. Once you blend it, I would use a wire whisk, but I'm gonna use this immersion blender. Try the sauce out, make sure it has your desired sweetness. Really good, it's got a good sweetness to it?
Yeah.
All right, so we're just gonna make our skewers. So the method to the madness of how you put everything on the skewer is really just the way that you want to secure the skewer so everything doesn't fall off. So I'll probably put the cherry tomato or the piece of chicken on the top, a couple pieces of onion, cherry tomato, the chicken that's already pre-done. And then this is one skewer. We're gonna make a couple little variations. We're gonna do this Southwest version of it. And we'll do a smoked paprika, which is just mild. Give you the smoky flavor. A little bit of oil, Southwest, plain right here. And then smoked paprika right here. You can just drizzle your Piña Colada sauce over your skewers like so. And then have a little bit on the side for more dipping sauce, but look at this.